This is a video chart presentation of Trans-Pacific Aerospace Company, brought to you by All Penny Stocks. Trans-Pacific is a NASDAQ bulletin board company trading under ticker TPAC. You can see it put itself together a real nice climb here to kick off the new year, down around 8 cents up to 26.5 cents. Pulled back since then, strung together 4 really nice days, sitting at a resistance point right now, and that's the key to this chart, if it's going to break through that resistance or not. So you're riding right around neutral with the MACD. We got a bullish cross, histogram bars just slightly above zero. See, it's kind of amplified a little bit by the PPO. Overall, seeing a little bit of uptrend in both. Relatively neutral, but definitely leaning to the bullish side of things. Similar look to the ADX. What I'm going to look for in this is to get out of this downtrend. You can see it's in a little bit of a downward channel. I'm going to look for that ADX to curl itself up, push its way back through 25. The positive and negative BIs are both in relatively neutral positions. So we'll look for them to try and switch positions, get the break of the positive DI up through the ADX, get a little bit more of a bullish look. Of course, like we always talk about, want to see the MFIs over 50. Almost there, 21 at 49.83. Again, a lot of this is riding on the breaking through of resistance, but the indicators appear to be leaning on the bullish side of things. Accumulation, distribution, and shaking money flow, both showing that money's coming into this stock. You can see the uptrend. Very little time where selling pressures overcome buying pressure. Bullish look there as well. CCI holding over top of zero. What we'll look for is that break of 100. That's the key point. That's the buy signal by definition. And the full still up over 80 right now. Positive momentum in this stock. Even if it wants to pull back a little bit, that's not a big deal. Holding over top of 80 is certainly bullish. So we'll be looking for that to stay on the upper side of that indicator. Tricks, of course, which is very slow and smooth. Looks like it's going to make a higher low. You always want to see it hold over zero on the retrace. Looks like that's going to happen. So we'll be looking for the bullish cross down the road. See, the RSI's made a sharp climb right along with these 4 days. Starting to make a turn back down. That's based on the fact this open candle tells you that the stock gapped down to open the day, but it did recover to pull back up. Still closed below the previous day's close, but with respect to how it traded that day, it closed up. Yesterday, another hammer was dropped. Stock closed down slightly again. You can see down 2%. That little bit of selling that's going on is what's turning these RSIs, showing a little shift in momentum. What we're going to look for, of course, is them to hold over that 50 marker. That's still bull chart territory. And you can see with 2 down days, it turns them sharply one direction. Same thing can happen the other direction, especially on these low volume plays. You see 88,000 shares traded. That may be slightly below average, but this stock definitely doesn't trade an awful lot. So what we'll be looking for is an increase in volume and that breakthrough 18 cents. You can see for the last month, it's definitely had a hard time with it. It was a good support level right before that in January. Even going back into 2010, you can see it as a resistance area. So TPAC is going to have to put together a little bit of volume and put on a push that pushes it through it. Right now, it's still bullish in a lot of aspects overall. Of course, the indicators, you can see long-term uptrends going on, and as well through the chart, making higher lows, kind of actually a long-term ascending triangle, if you look at it like that, big uptrend, and a definitive resistance level up here around 25, 26 cents. And it's trading over top of the 50 and 200-day moving averages, so you got a golden cross right through here. The chart has a basic bullish look to it on the overall perspective. It's not really in play for me at this point, based on it's pinned against the resistance level. It needs to break through it with some volume. If it pulled back to around 16 cents, it should get some support in through there, based on just a little bit of these trading days from the 50-day moving average being there. So that would be a first pullback point I'd look for. I'd also look at 14 cents. There's pretty decent price per share support through there, not to mention the 200-day moving average. So that might be a more viable entry point for me if it pulls all the way back to that level. Right now I'm looking on the upside. If it breaks through 18 cents, I think it's going to meet a little bit of resistance, certainly here at 20 cents, which is about a 10% move. So that's pretty nice, but I think that it has a really good shot at going up here and testing 25 cents again. If it can break through 18 with a little bit of volume. See it struggle with ever closing above that level, wicked up, bumped its head on it, wicked up, closed slightly above it. I think that must be about 25.5 cents. But there's no real resistance outside of this 20-cent marker between where it is and that level, which that's pushing a 50% gain. So the possibilities of a strong move are definitely in hand if that resistance level can fall. Indicators are giving hints of it, but it's certainly not there yet. So let's keep an eye on this over the next week or so and see where this goes. As always, annotated video chart is merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker dealer. Thank you for watching and trade smart.